Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. The CEO of Asco Motors, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, ladies and gentlemen. Today is actually another milestone in respect of government's desire to ensure that all government agencies and ministries and departments have the right level of resources, in this particular instance of motor vehicles, to be able to be responsive to the public's needs and demands. It is very critical, as you know, the Fijian police force being the law enforcement agency and being at the first point of call in respect of complaints by ordinary citizens, whether it's break-ins, whether it's attending to various administrative matters, whether it's actually managing traffic on the roads. The police need to have the right number of vehicles on the road. And as you can see, we've ordered about 130 motorcycles for the police. There is obviously a need for them to be a lot more mobile in respect of attending to traffic management issues, and there is of course a need for that too. As you know, that the number of motor vehicles in Fiji has increased quite significantly, and traffic management is very critical, and also attending to traffic matters is very, very critical also, and indeed to being spontaneous about the responses. Similarly with the vehicles you see over here, just to recap, government has made a decision that as far as possible, all the vehicles that we do lease will be all white. It makes it a lot more neutral, it makes it more easily identifiable, and also at the end of the lease period, which is over 200,000 kilometers, when Asco Motors then resells these motor vehicles, a lot more easier to resell within the market. Now, the purpose of leasing obviously is manifold. Firstly, it means that government does not have to outlay the actual cost of the vehicles up front. And as you know, before, when you wanted to buy vehicles for a government department, say police, you actually paid for the vehicle, so it was $80,000 or whatever it was, you paid up front. That meant that if you ordered 10 vehicles, you had to up front $800,000. We no longer do that, which means therefore that we are able to get a lot more vehicles on the road. Puts less pressure on our cash flow. It also means that when we buy these motor vehicles, as part of the deal, they provide the servicing. It means also that people at Asco Motors get engaged and get jobs as mechanics to attend to these vehicles. It also means that when we buy new vehicles, as opposed to buying second-hand vehicles, or keep running the older vehicles, we get newer technology on the roads. It means newer technology on the road, it means that they emit less carbon, so our carbon footprint goes down. It also then means is that at the end of the 200,000 kilometers when we return these vehicles, it means that ordinary Fijians have the opportunity to buy second-hand vehicles, which are actually new vehicles, not second-hand vehicles that have been run in some other country. So the opportunity of leasing these vehicles is manifold, and it has actually an economic rationale behind it. Of course, on the cold face of it, it means that from today, there will be 30 more police officers out on these motorcycles on the road for the ordinary people's safety and security, and also maintaining their presence on the roads. The vehicles over here is not only going to the four-wheel drives, they aren't only going to the police, they're also going to Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Health, they're going to the RFMF, they're going to Ministry of Lands, they're going to Women and Poverty Alleviation, a number of other agencies. We have another 500 vehicles that's going to come to Fiji over the next 2 months. So which means there'll be a lot more presence of the police, and also there should not be any excuse by agencies to say we don't have any transport, we cannot attend to your call, or we cannot come and service you. There should not be any excuse whatsoever. We need to ensure that the police officers and civil servants are given the right level of resources, which includes vehicles, to be able to be responsive to members of the public. I'd like to, of course, thank Asco Motors. Asco Motors is not the only supplier of the vehicles that we've ordered, but they have the bulk of the orders. So I'm looking forward to Asco Motors. They've had to set up a separate production line, in particular for the motorcycles and the other orders that we made. So which means Asco Motors, regarding us as a valued customer, will be able to add more features to our vehicles. We want to, of course, have GPS to all the vehicles, so we know exactly where vehicles are going, where they're positioned, if there's any abuse, or indeed we need to know, identify vehicles where they are if we need to send them to respective locations even whilst they're out on the field. So I'd like to thank Asco Motors for this partnership. I'd also like to recognize the other motor vehicle dealers that we're dealing with, but Asco, which has got the bulk of it, and they obviously have, the reason why they've got the bulk of it is because of the fact that the proposals and the quality of the vehicles has been a lot better than some of the others. I don't want to demean the other suppliers, but the fact of the matter is that Asco has got the bulk of it. I'd like to in particular thank them for the motor vehicle supply. I know there was a bit of a negotiation we had to carry out. They did not want to get into the leasing game with the motorcycles, but we managed to convince them. Also, just to recap, all the motor vehicles, we actually have comprehensive insurance with the motor vehicles. And never before in Fijian civil service history have we had actually comprehensive insurance for motor vehicles. Before, some of the senior officers would tell you, when the vehicle would get damaged or there was an accident, they would park it because they did not have the budget to fix it. And those vehicles, some of them would be half damaged, they're left lying there and they eventually rot, the parts would get cannibalized, and therefore we lost an asset. In this way, we have an asset for a period of time, and we're able to better use and maximize the value that we have, the dollar that we have, for better value on return. So I look forward to the supply of all the other vehicles very soon. It's a very important initiative for us as far as the civil service reform is concerned, also with the police force, and we want to resource them very well. I'd like to ask all the different agencies that are receiving these vehicles, please look after it. Just because you have comprehensive insurance doesn't mean you go and crash it. We also have excess that we need to pay with the insurance cover, but these are very good assets. We need to look after it, we need to treat it like our own, because eventually if we look after it as our own, the value of, the cost of maintaining these vehicles will reduce, and hopefully we can have a lot more vehicles and a lot better quality vehicles in the future. So thank you once again, Asco Motors. Thank you to all the different agencies who are here. I'd like to thank the police force, who's obviously out here in force. They are the major beneficiaries of these vehicles. Please, we do not want to hear anybody say, well, we don't have any vehicles, because that excuse will no longer be applicable in a very short period of time. And in that way, all the ordinary Fijians will benefit from it. Minagwak Lewu, and I wish you a good day. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone, and welcome today to the Asco Motors temporary showroom. We normally hold activities and functions in our main showroom, but it's currently closed for renovation, and that should be open in about 3 to 4 months. And that'll be, I guess, great to service our customers through there. So, if I can say welcome to everyone. Welcome to the Acting Prime Minister, Honourable Attorney General and Minister for Economy. Welcome to the Assistant Deputy Police Commissioner, police officers and government officials. At this juncture, I'd also like to pass on my best wishes to the Police Commissioner, who's unwell at the moment as well. So, all 320 of our Asco Motors staff and myself thank the Fijian Government for their support, not only of Toyota, which is probably the best brand for motor vehicles in the world. High quality, durable, long-lasting, perfect for Fiji roads. They look great in the sunshine and they look great in the wet as well, as we can see. But also, I'd like to also thank the Fijian Government for their support in Asco Motors. So not just the brand, but also the people behind the brand. So we have been a part of the Fijian community for many years and many generations, and we continue to do so in the future. We're also very pleased to hand over, as you see, the police motorbikes over there on my left. So there were 30 600cc police motorbikes, and there's some more that'll be delivered in the next few months as well. What I can say is I think our aims align quite closely between Asco Motors Fiji and the Government of Fiji. Because what we want to do is we want to provide mobility to the government. We want to make sure the services are delivered as intended. And through vehicles and the motorbikes, this can be done. We do have a history of providing excellent vehicles and service, leasing services, after-sales service, to the Fijian Government through our lease package. And we will continue to do this for the future. The vehicles will be stationed all around Fiji and some of the outer islands, and we will be responsible for the servicing and upkeep so that these vehicles can be on the road delivering what they should be. So again, on behalf of Asco Motors, I won't take too much more time. We thank everyone involved for the process and we wish the Fijian Government all the best for the use of the vehicles. Thank you very much.
Is this one